And welcome back to Content is Profit. And today, it's only me, FONZI. We're giving LUISDA a day off here before the holidays. But today I want to share with you about ADA, the framework. And you might be thinking, is this the copywriting framework, ADA, attention, interest, desire, and action? Well, yes, but we're going to talk about it in the context of content creation and using it as a roadmap for all the content that you need to create in 2023. Now, if it sounds a little bit funky, it's because today I'm actually recording from my car, right? Again, go and put yourself out there and get it done. Now guys, with that being said, let's do this. What is up everyone? Welcome to another episode of Content is Profit. We're getting close to the end of the year, so we got a few things here and there coming up. We're planning for 2023 is going to be very, very exciting. We're going to have a recap episode just for you guys to know what happened or remember, those good moments from 2022. But today I want to share a quick insight on the ADA framework. And if you don't know what the ADA framework is, it stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. What does that mean? That is a framework for creating content. Usually most people see it as, okay, let me start with a hook, then let me see how I can get people's interest, then let me create some desire, and finally how I can lead them into action. But lately I came across a chart that explained it a different way, and I really enjoyed it and I wanted to share with you. ADA is still the same framework that I just explained, but at the same time, now I look at it as a framework for creating content, right? For your whole content strategy. How can your whole content strategy be an AIDA, A-I-D-A, right? How can you move people from attention to action? At the end of the day, we don't just want likes and views. Yes, those might be great and they might feed a little bit of your ego, but at the end of the day, we want people taking action, subscribing to our email list, or even better, putting out their wallet and spending some money or investing some money with our companies. So how do we do that? Let's start with A, attention, right? How do we gather attention or awareness, whatever you want to call it? Most of it, if you look at it online, is going to be through engaging content, right? Actually entertaining content more than anything, right? You can have the best educational content out there, but most of the time, and I'm not saying this is always the case, but most of the time, educational content can be a little slow paced or not the most entertaining. So it is very challenging sometimes to get people's attention through that educational content. That's why to just get that awareness, to get people interested, to get their attention clicked and put into you, we want to create a little bit of entertaining content. Now, can it be edutaining, right? If you've heard that term, edutaining stands for educational and entertaining. Absolutely 100%. But don't be afraid to talk about some of the new trends. For example, you saw us in the last couple of episodes talking a little bit of ChatGPT, right? And we try to make it as entertaining as possible. And yes, even though that is a long form piece of content that is meant for people that are already aware of us, at the same time, we're trying to leverage that trending topic that we could use to get new people's attention around the content marketing community, right? Now, again, let's keep talking a little bit about this entertaining content. You might be telling yourself, but I don't want to be dancing, I don't want to be doing X, Y, and Z. Well, you don't need to. You don't need to be doing all those other things that you see the people with millions of views and whatnot doing, right? You just need to find a way that you are having fun, that you're transmitting good energy through your videos, through your content, so that you can get people's attention. But just by law, by what we have seen in other people's content strategies, what we have analyzed through going through other people's profile, is that entertaining content is the one that will get you the higher engagement, but it will get you the lower sales, right? So the whole goal is, okay, now that I have that engagement, now that I have all these people interested or at least listening, how can I move them deeper? How can I build affinity, right, for my brand? How can I get them more interested and excited to hear about the brand, about the topics that I talk about? How can I then potentially move them into action, which is the final goal? So what we're going to do is we're going to move into the interest side of things. How do we build interest now that we have the awareness, right? Again, awareness is more of an entertaining content. Now, interest is more of the educational content, right? Can we talk to the problems that they're experiencing? Again, we've shared this before. That one who shared the problem the best, usually people assume they have the solution. So get good, get great, get incredible at knowing, understanding what is your audience problems, and then get even better at delivering the solutions for this in content form, right? So usually this type of content might be a little bit longer. It might not be just a short form, but now that you're having interest, building interest, you want to try and build affinity, right? You want people to recognize you for those problems that you're solving. For example, if people comment, they're like, oh man, who are the best people to build content teams or to build a profitable six-figure, seven-figure platform for my business? We want people to say the BIZBROS, right? We want them to come to us and know that that is what we do to help people. So how do we do that? Well, we got to talk to the problems that those people have in an educational way, right? Show them the what. What do they need to do to solve those problems? In some of the videos, you can go into the how you can, solve these problems. But at the end of the day, you should be delivering value 90% of the time. Just give, and give in your educational content, and you will build affinity. You will start getting people more interested in what you have to offer. Then we go to the last part, which is creating that desire, right? And we're moving through sales. If you look at this as a chart, on the very top, if we have engagement, that's where we got the entertaining content, which is that awareness piece. And then as we move to the right towards action, right, and we go down, we have what we just discussed about, which is the educational content and the interest piece, right? So entertainment, awareness, high engagement, lower sales. Information and interest, right? Lower engagement, but a little bit of higher action. Now that we have affinity, people want to hear more. They want to interact more with us. But how do we go from, lower engagement and a little bit of higher action to the lowest engagement, but the highest action? And that is where we sell, right? That is creating that desire and moving people into action. Those are your posts that you're going to be selling. This should be 10% of your posts. Maybe no more than 20% of your posts should be about selling. At the end of the day, you need to ask people, right? They're not just, some of them might go and do their due diligence and find it, but at the end of the day, you need to ask people, have promotions, put yourself out there. How are you helping them solve these problems? And that is through those selling posts, which, by the way, again, they're going to be the posts that have the least amount of engagement, but the higher amount of action. Because at the end of the day, you've been cultivating this audience, right? You got them aware, then you educated them, and finally, after 90% of giving in your content, that last 10%, you ask for the sale, and a big chunk of them are going to be trusting you. You're going to have build affinity for your brand, and they're going to be ready to invest in you, and they're going to move forward. So, again, I really like the ADA framework for copywriting, right? Again, attention, interest, desire, and action. But I really like it as well as a framework for the whole content creation environment within the business. And personally, I think I'm going to start leaning a little bit more towards this 2023. Now, you can be saying, oh, but that is the same as top of the funnel, middle of the funnel. I think they go side by side, right? You get your top of the funnel content, middle of the funnel content, and bottom of the funnel. And if you don't know what that means, it's simple. top of the funnel is meant to attract a lot of people, right? Is meant to cause awareness, right? Again, we go back to the A on ADA. Then the middle of the funnel is meant to create interest and desire. Now you're nurturing those people that already heard about you. Again, side by side, right? Interest and desire. And then the bottom of the funnel is the people that are ready to invest with you and they move into action. So again, you can see the parallels between these two. I really like it. And, hopefully maybe you start seeing a little bit more entertaining content from us out there. Would love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions or any thoughts that you would like to share with us, please feel free to reach out at BIZBROS on Facebook and Instagram. What would you like to see on the entertaining side? Or what would you like to see on the informational side? What do you want to learn about content teams, right? About hiring content superstars, creating content processes, or what do you want to learn about building your pipeline platform, right? How to build a strong pipeline full of opportunities while building affinity for your brand. Let us know. I'll be excited to share more about this with you. And please don't forget to share and subscribe to Content is Profit, and I'll see you on the next one.